Hey guys, it's Scoff. I'm here cooking a couple of recipes from my new book, Too Good to Share. Now I'm not a family of 4, so what I'm going to do is show you meals for one person from one main ingredient and you get 2 dishes out of it. So you can have one for lunch, one for dinner, or whatever you fancy. First one, miso steak and chili sweet potato wedges. Second one, quesadillas, because everybody loves quesadillas. This recipe all bases around miso. Now this stuff is beautiful. You get almost like a marmite kind of saltiness from it. It's like a rich, deep saltiness. So we're just going to put this into a bowl, 2 teaspoons. This is our marinade, along with some dark soy sauce, again 2 teaspoons, some rice wine. Now this stuff is beautiful, really, really good. So all your sort of marinades for your stir fries, just adding a bit of this will just add some of that authentic flavour. 2 teaspoons of lemon juice and 1 crushed garlic clove. Give that all a mix. And we've got this beautiful piece of rump steak here, but this is a really nice piece of steak. So we'll just trim that off, use a nice sharp knife, keep as much of the meat as you can. So now we just want really thin slices because we're going to cook it so fast and we want that marinade to get into there. So we're talking like 1/4 centimetre slices. So cutting across the grain of the meat as well means we're going to get really tender slices. So you can see the meat, the grain goes across this way. So we're just going to cut across, makes for super tender eating. And we're just going to get all this, got our marinade, stick it in, get your hands in, why not? And we're just going to leave that while we sort out our sweet potatoes. Get a sharp knife, chop it up, we're going to leave the skin on. It's been washed. Just cut it into wedges. Now they can be as thick as you want, but remember, the thicker they are, the longer they're going to take to cook. I don't know about you, but I'm pretty hungry. Right, and then we're going to chuck it into here. So we'll just give it a good load of olive oil, good amount of seasoning. Now, chili flakes. I like to be really generous with these because I like it really spicy. Delicious. Bit of pepper. I'm going to get my hands in, get them all coated. So these are ready to go in the oven. About 180 fan. Whack them in 20 to 30 minutes or until they're crispy on either side. You give them a flip as well. So we've got our sweet potato wedges cooking away in the oven. They're nearly there, nice golden brown. We've just got our steak, which has been marinating for the whole time, and we've got a really, really super hot griddle pan here. And then we're just going to cook it for about 30 seconds aside. Now I'm talking super fast. Look, you can hear that sizzle away. You might need to cook it in batches because you don't want this pan cooling down too much. 30 seconds, just wait until it's got that char on and then turn it over. And you can do this with any sort of sliced steak. Like this is how I make a steak sandwich, for instance. And because the pan's super hot, you don't need any oil and the steak won't stick if you just leave it for long enough. Right, now I'm talking like that, take it off. Make sure it doesn't overcook. And as with all steak, resting is key because that will allow all of the juices to absorb back into the steak and it'll become really tender again. Right, there's a pile of steak. You know what I'm gonna do? Just nick a piece. So hot, but worth it. Oh, that's really good. Let's sort the wedges out. As you can see, they've got a nice like char on them here, but they're nice and crispy, golden brown. Pile on the wedges. Now you might want to use tongs for this. Again, they're really hot. Now we need to keep a third of this for the next recipe, so I'm afraid I'm gonna have to take steak away, which I don't like doing because it's delicious. And we're just gonna put some greens on the side as well. So there we go. Steak, sweet potato wedges, bit of salad. It's all about the miso with this one. So this is some of the leftover steak. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a super easy quesadilla using this Chipotle Paste, which is just like a smoked, spicy chili paste. 2, 3 teaspoons, depending on how spicy you like it. You know, get that all over the steak and let that sit for a minute while we prepare everything else. We've got 1 wrap, refried beans, about 3 tablespoons, or just however much you want. Get a good even coating. I mean, right up to the edges, because you want topping in every single mouthful. This isn't a pizza after all. I'm just gonna get a steak, pop it on, just make sure it's evenly distributed. Cheddar, because you want that meltiness. That's gonna really form everything together. As much as you want, I think about 50 grams, 2 handfuls. Coriander, just for that little bit of freshness coming through. Tear that up, throw it all over. So we've got our extra wrap here. Just gonna pop that on top. Lovely, make sure this is hot enough. Yeah, that'll do. Pop it in. 2-3 minutes or until it's toasted. Right, so this has been on a medium heat for about 2-3 minutes, and we're just looking for the base to crisp up a little bit. So, get right under there, and we're just gonna try and give it a flip. So, just watch out that it doesn't fall apart. Give it another 2-3 minutes on the other side. All the cheese will melt and taste so good. That steak, oh, that's gonna taste great. Right, so it's lovely and crisp on the bottom. So what we're gonna do, take it out, put it on the board, chop it up. All that lovely steak. God, there's a little bit fell out. Oh, how unfortunate. Oh my God, delicious. And we've got guacamole, sour cream, great to dip in. And then we've got a coriander. Put a bit in here, put a bit over the top. So there we have it. We've got our miso steak and sweet potato wedges and chipotle steak quesadillas. So easy, 1 steak, 2 dishes, dinner, lunch, recipes from the book. Go check it out and subscribe here if you want to.